Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another unboxing. So, after playing my very first game of Aeronautica Imperialis at our local club, I've fell in love with it even harder. I mean, like I said before, if you've seen any of the previous videos on this series, it wasn't even on my radar, no pun intended. But unboxing a few of these, House of Chaos John bought a couple and thought maybe it's a thing we might be into. I thought, nah, yeah, I'll do some unboxing. They're nice miniatures, it's not going to grab me. Boy, are they nice miniatures. Yes, it did grab me. So I played a game at a local club. It's a fantastic game. It's pretty quick. I played as the Orcs the first time around from the first box, and quickly got my butt handed to me, but managed to do okay in the end. In the second game, you know, you learn it a bit better. I decided to swap my opponent, my friend Marcus, and he played the Orcs, and boy can he roll 5s and 6s. He's doing exceptionally well for himself. So he's definitely an Orc player, I would say, at heart. But I've gone with the Orcs myself, purely because I think the models look nice. So, in this particular unboxing, we have the ground assets. So, you can probably see them fairly clearly on the front of the box. We'll flip over the back of the box, and you'll see what is involved in this box. So, the contents are, as you can tell, 4 Hydra flak battery. So this is the Imperial stuff, as you can tell straight away. This is the Orc stuff, you can tell it's all cobbled together. So you don't need this to play the actual game, but a few of the missions state, you know, there is objectives you can blow up, like ground targets, things like that. It just makes things a little bit more interesting. I mean, with this game, unlike X-Wing, it is more 3D, because in space, obviously, there is, you know, not just a linear playing field. Same with this, even though this is just above the ground, it's not quite in space. There is altitude, so there's 5 different levels of altitude that you can, you know, zig and zag between planes. It's more of a dogfight, and it has more realism, I would say. So with this, obviously you can have these missile batteries and things like that can shoot your planes, try shooting them down. Which is wicked. I mean, I like the look of it. It is it's fantastic. You can imagine them on the map that you get in the box, and there are additional maps you can buy. You can have real massively detailed maps out there, and there is, in fact, the Rin's World box as well, which I will do an unboxing of, probably on the next one for Aeronautica Imperialis, actually. But these look great on the mats, they look fantastic. So it does clearly state that there is no data cards in this box. To use these, you must have the Rin's World Air War Gaming Supplement, which we have done a book on previously. So that will tell you all the details you need to know. But I can tell you, because online for free, there is information on 2 of these for free. So I'm not going to spoil anything. This is already out there. I'm not going to get sued. It's all okay. So it tells you the Manticore missile battery for the Imperials have structure 2. So basically like 2 hull points, like the planes. At short range, it rolls 2 dice. Medium, 1 dice. Long, 1 dice. And damage is 4 up. So I would imagine it's like most things in the game. You're hitting on 5s and 6s. The effective altitude, it can fire up to 5 apparently. Ground to air fire, and it does extra damage on a 5 up. So, like most things, it's not massively accurate, because obviously planes are zooming around at high speeds, so that's why it is hard to hit in this game. It's not like Marines, they're hitting on 3s, and if there's a captain nearby, you're re-rolling 1s. These planes are moving flat out all the time, incredible speeds, so it is quite hard to hit stuff. But once you do, on a 4, it deals 1 damage, because most guns do 1 damage. On a 5 or more, it does extra damage. The extra damage keyword means it does 2 damage. So there's quite a high chance that these will do 2 damage. if they hit. But they only roll 2 dice at short range, and short range is only it's 4 hexes normally in the game. So I don't know what, because obviously these have altitude, because these aren't moving. So I don't know if the hexes mean the same, because I haven't read the ground defense rules for these yet. Regards distances, presumably it's the same. It's still measured short range, medium range, long range. That's how I'm taking it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So it is short range 2 missiles, long range 1, medium range 1. So it's not a high rate of fire, but if it does hit, it is likely to do 2 damage. Right, okay, and then we have the flak platform for the orcs. Is the other free data card out there showing the world, without buying the book, what they can do. So once again, structure 2, so 2 whole points effectively. Now this has got a lot more rate of fire. As you can imagine, it's a rapid fire Daka. It's orcs after all. So it's 8 shots at short range, 4 at medium, 2 at long, and it's damage 5. So less likely to damage, but there is more shots. It doesn't have extra damage as the special word, and its effective altitude is only 2. So you can only shoot altitude 1 and 2, because no one's at 0 because you're on the deck, you've blown up by that stage. Whereas the missile battery, a lot less shots, but it can shoot up to 5. So you don't want to get anywhere near the ground, near this orc flak platform. So yeah, I do like orcs. It's very orky, lots and lots of shots, not a lot of range, not great accuracy. So that one there, not so many shots, a lot better accuracy. But before we get in to the rulesy stuff, we really should open it up and have a look. Like I said, I really do like this game. I think it's a fantastic game. And I always kid myself and say, oh, it's a low buy-in cost. But, you know, it really is. For the price of the standard box game, so you've got Wings of Vengeance or Skies of Fire. It depends if you like the look of Tau or not. I mean, we've done unboxing videos on both sets, the core sets so far. But okay, so it's only on 1 sprue, which is, it's okay. And the details are looking pretty good. As per always, GW, well done. So you can see, I know it's an orc building, it's all being cobbled together, but you can see that it's corrugated cardboard. Yes, orc buildings probably are made from corrugated cardboard, but I would imagine they're supposed to be made of corrugated iron or sheet steel of some kind. See all the little rivets and nuts and bolts. So it doesn't look like there's a lot to assemble in this kit. I know there's a lot of parts like the missiles and the turrets, things like that. But compared to the Aeronautica box itself, with the tiny little missiles and the guns and things like that, you really do need an adult to help you with that, because there's so many different little pits that can just fling across the room. And make sure you use a sharp knife, because the more effort you're leaning into it, the more likely it is to ping across the room. So here we have it. With this, it's a lot bigger pieces, a lot bigger guns. So it's quite a lot in the box, though. I mean, there is, in the Imperial side, 4 Hydra flak batteries and 2 Manticore missile batteries, and then you've got the 2 Imperial grounds. So, and it's the same with the orcs. You've got the 4 for the flaks, and then you've got the 2 for the heavy flak cannons, and then you've got 2 orc buildings, which obviously you don't have to assemble, they're just big chunks. So, it's not a necessity to have for your games, but it really does add another dimension. It feels more realistic. You know, you're flying above the ground rather than you're just on a mat. You know, it adds a little something to it. So on the back, you can't really see a lot. But yeah, look at the details on those barrels there. It's fantastic. I'll move the instruction sheet out of the way. Just have a slow flyby. Wow. So you could always do the old Death Star run and throw little firecrackers at these guys. But no, fantastic detail as always. I do like the little mesh detail. I don't know if you can see that there. You've got like the ring in the centre, and then you've got the hex on the outside, but in between you've got mesh in there. So even though they could be quite plain, there is still lots and lots of detail. There is one small thing that I don't dislike, but I thought was a bit lazy. On the Aquilas, they're smooth, and normally you actually have the individual feathers on the eagle, Imperial Eagle. And that's probably me just being mega fussy. But with the orc buildings, you can see the little cogs, a little generator in there. It's wicked. So I can't wait to put these guys together. And hopefully you guys will see them on battle reports soon, because we really do love Aeronautica. So very simple how to put together, and thankfully not so small pieces as it is on the main game. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys. It's a very short unboxing this time around, I know, but there really isn't a lot to cover there. It doesn't come with the rules, like I said. You have to buy the individual book. And that individual book, please check out our video on it. It's fantastic because the core supplement rule book that you get inside each box is very basic. You've got the basic rules, which is fine, and you've got 1 page of fluff, whereas the Rin's World book itself is a hardback book, exceptionally well made, a lot more fluff into it, if you like that kind of thing, a lot more scenarios, and very in-depth painting the world of Aeronautica. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like button, and please subscribe if you haven't done already, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe, guys.